Hello everyone, have a nice and happy day. Are you taking care of orchids using natural methods? Today, I will share with you a simple but extremely effective recipe to help take care of healthy orchids, shiny leaves, and increase the natural resistance of the plant. This is a combination of 3 easy-to-find ingredients: apples, dried bay leaves, and baking soda. Stimulate the orchid to sprout and bloom quickly. Let's start step by step. First, we will need a fresh apple. Wash the apple to remove dirt and impurities on the skin. Then, use a knife or peeler to peel off the outer skin. No, the important part we need is the apple peel, because it contains many enzymes and natural acids that are very good for the plant. As for the apple flesh, you can use it to eat or juice. Next, you cut the apple peel into small pieces so that the nutrients can be easily extracted. Apple peels contain many vitamins, especially vitamin C, antioxidants, along with small amounts of potassium, magnesium, and calcium, which are essential micronutrients for the development of roots, leaves, and flower buds. After cutting, put all the apple peel into a clean glass jar. No, the jar must be clean and dry to avoid damaging the solution during the fermentation process. Step 2: add dry bay leaves. Prepare about 12 to 15 dried bay leaves. Bay leaves contain essential oils that help fight bacteria, kill fungi, and repel insects very effectively. You can tear or cut the leaves into small pieces, then gently crush the leaves. This will help the essential oils in the leaves to easily release when exposed to hot water. Then, you put all the prepared bay leaves into the glass jar with the apple peel. So we have a mixture of apple peel and bay leaves, the 2 main ingredients in today's recipe. Pour about 0.5 liters of boiling water into the jar. The water must be very hot to activate the nutrients in the apple peel and bay leaves. After pouring the water, cover the jar tightly and leave it for 3 hours. While waiting for the apple peel bay leaf solution to finish steeping, we will prepare another solution to combine later. Take a cup and pour in about 1 liter of warm water. The ideal temperature is about 30–40 degrees Celsius. Then, add 1 teaspoon of baking soda and stir until the baking soda is completely dissolved in the water. This solution has the effect of cleaning, antibacterial, and neutralizing the pH on the surface of orchid leaves. This is a very important step to help the orchid grow healthier. Use a soft cloth, dip it in the solution, and gently wipe each leaf. This helps remove dirt, mold, and insect eggs on the leaves, agents that can easily cause orchids to get sick. Clean leaves help the plant absorb light better, thereby increasing photosynthesis efficiency and growing healthily. Baking soda is slightly alkaline, helping to inhibit the growth of mold and bacteria on the leaf surface, especially in humid conditions. If wiped periodically, it will help prevent common diseases such as brown spots, black spots, or burns on the leaves. Baking soda solution can be unpleasant for some insects such as aphids, thrips, or small mites on the leaf surface, thereby reducing pest pressure naturally without the need for chemical pesticides. In addition, it also creates conditions for nutrients to penetrate better in the following steps. After 3 hours, open the jar of apple peel bay leaves. Stir well again to ensure all nutrients are dissolved. Then, filter through a sieve or clean cloth to remove the residue, keeping only the clear water. Next, mix the baking soda solution with the apple peel bay leaf solution. At this point, we have an extremely powerful mixture that helps increase the resistance of orchids. Before using on orchids, you need to dilute this mixture with 4.5 liters of clean water at room temperature. This is a safe ratio, suitable for most types of orchids, helping the plant to absorb slowly without nutritional shock or root damage. Method 1. Spray mist all over the plant. Pour the solution into a spray bottle and spray evenly over all the leaves, stems, and undersides of the leaves where eggs and fungi often exist. Antioxidants in apple peels help plants increase their resistance to harsh environments, such as heat, temperature changes, or harmful insects. Bay leaves contain strong essential oil compounds such as eugenol, cineol, linalool, which have high antibacterial and antifungal properties. Bay leaf extract helps prevent diseases caused by harmful fungi on orchid roots and leaves, such as soft rot, leaf spots, black roots, etc. Bay leaf essential oil has a characteristic aroma, but is unpleasant to aphids, thrips, and red mites, common harmful insects on orchids. When sprayed regularly, the solution helps repel insects naturally without the need for chemicals. In addition to its protective properties, bay leaves also contain a number of natural growth regulators, which help stimulate new shoots and roots to grow stronger. You can use this method every 7-10 days for normal orchids. Method to water the roots and roots. You can also use this solution to water directly on the roots and roots of the orchid. This method is especially good for plants that are in the recovery stage or growing new roots. When soaked and composted, microorganisms that decompose apple peels will produce mild organic acids, which help improve the pH in the root environment, making it easier for orchids to absorb nutrients. During the decomposition process, apple peels produce natural enzymes and beneficial microorganisms, contributing to balancing the root ecosystem and preventing the growth of harmful fungi. This fertilizer stimulates strong roots thanks to organic acids from apple peels combined with natural antibiotics from bay leaves. Thanks to that, orchids will grow healthily, have good roots, balanced nutrition, and will flower more regularly. With this formula, you can apply it regularly 1 to 2 times a week, depending on the condition of the plant. Persevere for a few weeks, you will see the orchid grow strongly, the leaves are shiny and have fewer pests and diseases. Hopefully, the above information will be useful to you in the process of caring for orchids at home. I really hope you will share your valuable experiences in the comments section so that we can have the best care solutions for our orchids. Today I will share with you how to deal with leaf spots on Phalaenopsis orchids. This is a fairly common problem, and if not detected in time, it will seriously affect the health and beauty of the orchid. First of all, you can see that black spots are appearing on the surface of the leaves of this orchid. This is a sign that the leaves have been damaged, and one of the main causes is often caused by insects. So how should we handle it? First, we will immediately remove the damaged leaves. This removal helps prevent the disease from spreading to the remaining healthy parts. Insects such as brown planthopers, fruit flies, red spiders, aphids, often prefer the soft foliage of orchids to cling to and absorb nutrients. When they sting the leaves, they will leave small cracks. These cracks are the ideal entry point for bacteria and fungi. Every time you water, if there are bacteria or fungal spores in the environment, they will take advantage of these open wounds to penetrate the leaf tissue, causing serious diseases. After cutting, the next step is to treat the wound. Cinnamon powder has very good antibacterial and antifungal properties, helping to dry and protect the cut from harmful microorganisms. Now, I will go to make fertilizer to take care of my orchids. This is cinnamon powder, a very effective ingredient, easy to find and safe for orchids. I put 2 tablespoons of cinnamon powder in a clean glass jar. Then, pour in about 500 milliliters of boiling water. Use a spoon to stir well, so that the cinnamon powder dissolves and soaks evenly in the water. Close the lid and let it sit for 3 hours so that the active ingredients in the cinnamon are fully extracted. After 3 hours, take the cinnamon powder solution and stir well. Filter the cinnamon water using a sieve and a thin layer of cloth, keeping the clear solution, removing the residue. The main ingredient of cinnamon powder is cinnamaldehyde. This is the compound that creates the characteristic aroma of cinnamon, a very strong natural antibacterial and antifungal substance. Eugenol in cinnamon powder has anti-inflammatory, antibacterial properties, and promotes the healing process and recovery of plant tissue. Then, dilute the solution with 4 liters of clean water at room temperature before using it for your orchids. I use a soft cloth, dip it in cinnamon solution, and gently wipe the orchid leaves. Remember to wipe thoroughly the top, bottom, and leaf crevices where insects and fungi often reside. Not only does it have extremely strong anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, and antifungal properties, cinnamon powder also contains antioxidants, polyphenols. Helps orchids fight against environmental stressors such as harsh sunlight and erratic weather. Cinnamon powder is also often used to prevent and support the treatment of common diseases on orchids such as soft rot, leaf spots, and root mold. When the environment is humid, orchid leaves are susceptible to bacteria and fungi. Wiping orchid leaves with cinnamon powder creates a light antibacterial film, helping to reduce the risk of infection through the leaf surface. Using cinnamon solution to wipe leaves also helps remove dirt, small insects, or sticky substances on the leaf surface. Leaves are cleaner, helping the photosynthesis process take place effectively. The orchid will grow stronger. Wipe the leaves of orchids at least 1 to 2 times a month to ensure the plant's health to grow stably and healthily. In addition, to increase the protection effect, I will combine another ingredient, bell peppers. A fruit that contains many active ingredients that can naturally repel insects. Take about 50 grams of bell peppers, wash them and cut them into small pieces. Red bell peppers contain very high levels of vitamin C, many times more than oranges, helping plants increase their resistance. Vitamin A and carotenoids support photosynthesis and protect plant cells from the effects of UV rays. After cutting them, put the bell peppers in the blender. Add 1 liter of clean water to it. Cover the lid and blend the mixture. After blending, filter out the pulp, keeping the juice. Mix the bell pepper solution with the diluted cinnamon solution above. This mixture can be used to water the roots or spray on the orchid, especially on the underside of the leaves where insects often hide and attack. Method 1. Watering the orchid roots. When the cinnamon solution is diluted and watered at the orchid roots, it will help prevent the growth of harmful fungi and bacteria, especially those commonly found in humid environments such as fusarium, root rot, leaf spots, etc. Cinnamon powder contains organic compounds that help stimulate cell division in the roots, thereby helping the plant to grow new roots faster, especially effective for newly grafted orchids or orchids that are in the recovery stage after a disease. Bell peppers contain many natural amino acids and trace elements that help promote the absorption of nutrients by plants. When combined with cinnamon powder, this mixture creates a favorable biological environment for healthy root development, good absorption, and sustainable orchid growth. This fertilizer also helps the substrate to be bacteria-free, stabilizing the living environment for orchids. When watered evenly on the roots and substrate, the cinnamon and bell pepper solution will clean bacteria, inhibit the growth of mold in the substrate, and help limit odors caused by organic decomposition. This is especially important if you use pine bark, coconut fiber, or coir substrates that are prone to mold and create conditions for fungal diseases to develop. You can water the orchid with this fertilizer solution every 2 weeks. Method to spray mist on the leaves, stems, and roots of orchids. Pour this fertilizer solution into a spray bottle and spray mist on the entire orchid plant. Unlike chemical drugs, the mixture of cinnamon and bell peppers does not shock plants, does not affect the environment. Suitable for small orchid gardens, hanging orchids on balconies or areas with small children and pets. The strong aroma and essential oils in this solution can repel ants, mealybugs, mosquitoes, and thrips. Insects that often attack orchids, especially in the rainy season. In addition, bell peppers, although not as spicy as chili peppers, but contain high levels of vitamin C and antioxidants, such as beta-carotene, help increase the plant's resistance, supporting the plant to protect itself against the invasion of fungi from the surrounding environment. Misting with a solution of cinnamon powder and bell pepper helps promote the regeneration of new tissue, helping the plant recover quickly without being further damaged by bacteria in the air. It also helps clean dirt and impurities on the leaf surface, thereby enhancing the ability to absorb light and exchange gases. To key factors in the photosynthesis process of orchids. Fertilizing orchids with cinnamon powder and bell pepper is a simple, safe, and effective method to increase resistance, prevent fungal diseases, repel insects, keep leaves moist, and support recovery after mechanical impacts. This will be an effective biological solution, contributing to building a healthy, clean, green, and sustainable orchid garden. Do you like this fertilizer? Leave a comment below the video. Thank you for watching the video. Goodbye and see you in the next videos.